As we get closer to Flight 7 of Starship, one question keeps coming up again and again. How about the launch license? This was one of the most difficult questions to answer during previous Starship launches, because the Federal Aviation Administration is known for its slow processes that have delayed multiple rocket launches. However, for the upcoming Flight 7, things seem much better, and we'll talk about it in today's video. Before we delve any deeper, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates about Starship and SpaceX's other groundbreaking achievements. As we approach Flight 7 of the Starship program, there's a lot of excitement building around what's next for SpaceX. Each Starship launch so far has had specific goals. For example, the first couple of launches focused on successfully getting the rocket off the ground, a critical step for testing its basic functionality. Later flights, like Flights 5 and 6, concentrated on more advanced objectives. These included attempts to return the booster to the launch pad for a catch with the Mechazilla arms. While Flight 6 didn't achieve this due to issues with the launch tower, it was still a valuable learning experience. Now, Flight 7 has its own unique objectives and is expected to test SpaceX's new Version 2 Starship hardware. Version 1. Starships were primarily about proving the fundamental design. They demonstrated key capabilities like liftoff, descent, and some level of reusability. In contrast, Version 2 introduces significant upgrades aimed at improving efficiency and performance. These enhancements include more advanced thermal protection systems, reinforced structural components, and upgraded Raptor engines. Version 1. Starships had a height of approximately 120 meters when fully stacked with the Super Heavy booster, and were powered by the first-generation Raptor engines, capable of producing 200 metric tons of thrust per engine. In contrast, Version 2 Starships represent a significant leap forward in technology and performance. The Version 2 design incorporates a more robust thermal protection system to handle the intense heat of atmospheric re-entry. Structurally, these Starships are built with improved stainless steel alloys that offer greater strength while maintaining flexibility under stress. The second-generation Raptor engines also deliver higher performance with thrust levels increased to 230 metric tons per engine. Additionally, Version 2 Starships feature a slightly increased diameter to accommodate more fuel and payload capacity. According to NASA documents, Flight 7 is currently scheduled for January 11, 2025. However, recent developments suggest SpaceX might be working toward an earlier launch in December 2024. This year has already been busy for Starship, with 4 launches completed in March, June, October, and November. That's double the number of Starship launches compared to 2023. Musk has hinted at exciting plans for Flight 7, including a controlled landing attempt for the Starship and other tests like the Super Heavy booster catching and in-space engine relight. If SpaceX manages to launch by December 24, 2024, it would mark the 5th Starship flight of the year, with a quick turnaround of just 35 days since Flight 6 in November. This turnaround time was almost impossible just a year ago. To understand how far SpaceX has come, let's look at the time gaps between previous Starship launches. The time between Flight 1 and Flight 2 was approximately 9 months, as SpaceX worked through early design and operational hurdles. Similarly, the gap between Flight 3 and Flight 4 was around 6 months, showing some improvement but still constrained by development challenges and regulatory delays. However, by Flights 5 and 6, SpaceX had significantly streamlined its operations, managing to launch Flight 6 just 37 days after Flight 5. Looking ahead, Musk has set an ambitious goal of achieving up to 25 Starship launches in 2025. This would mean conducting over 2 launches every month. SpaceX has already started the preparations for Flight 7, and they are working day and night at the Starbase facility to ensure everything is ready on time. Booster 14 and the first Block 2 ship have already undergone successful static fire tests, showcasing significant advancements in their design and capabilities. Once these vehicles pass all required tests, they will be transported to the launch pad for final preparations. This involves integrating the booster and ship, conducting wet dress rehearsals, and performing a final static fire test to ensure the entire system is functioning flawlessly. Meanwhile, hardware for future flights is also advancing quickly. Ship 34 and Booster 15 are nearing readiness, with Ship 34's construction complete and Booster 15 showing significant progress. If everything goes according to plan, Ship 34 and Booster 15 could be ready to launch together as early as January 2025. SpaceX is also working on even newer hardware for later flights. For instance, Booster 16 and Ship 35 are under construction, with components like nose cones and payload sections already visible at the Star Factory. While SpaceX is advancing aggressively with its Starship program, their biggest competitor, Blue Origin, is facing significant challenges. Blue Origin had initially promised to launch their New Glenn rocket by the end of this year, but as the days left in 2024 dwindle, it seems increasingly unlikely that this goal will be achieved. The New Glenn program was first announced in 2016 with plans for a debut flight in 2020. However, it has been plagued by delays and technical setbacks. One of the primary issues has been the development of the BE-4 engines, which are critical to the New Glenn rocket's performance. These engines have faced repeated challenges, including a notable explosion during a test in mid-2023. The BE-4 engines are also being supplied to United Launch Alliance for their Vulcan rocket, which has added pressure to Blue Origin's production timeline. Adding to the technical woes, there were mishaps during the manufacturing process at Blue Origin's facilities. Earlier this year, a critical component of the New Glenn rocket was damaged during handling, causing additional delays as repairs and inspections were carried out. In a separate incident, another component failed during stress testing, leading to an explosion that set back the program's timeline even further. Financially, Blue Origin faces hurdles as well. Jeff Bezos has stated that he invests $1 billion of his own money into the company each year. This substantial personal investment is necessary because the company doesn't conduct enough launches to generate significant revenue. In terms of launch numbers, Blue Origin's activity has been limited. In 2022, the company conducted only a few suborbital flights with its New Shepard vehicle. In contrast, SpaceX completed 61 successful launches in 2022. In 2023, Blue Origin's launch schedule remained sparse, while SpaceX increased its cadence to 98 launches. As of December 2024, Blue Origin has yet to launch the New Glenn rocket, whereas SpaceX has already surpassed 130 launches this year. Despite their constant delays and failures, if Blue Origin manages to launch the New Glenn anytime soon, they could still capture the attention they need and potentially regain some trust from the public. However, if this launch faces yet another prolonged delay, it could severely damage Blue Origin's credibility, possibly leading to a point where they are no longer trusted to deliver on their promises in the competitive space industry. SpaceX's success has led to a significant increase in its market value. As of 2024, SpaceX's valuation is estimated to be over $100 billion. In contrast, Blue Origin's valuation is considerably lower, reflecting its slower progress and limited launch activity. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.